Championships, fourth SCIF last year, winning top 25 in the state from Fifth Avenue, Logan Robinson, and his opponent for tonight, our junior, a record of 19-5, second at PCI, fifth at 5 counties, first SCIF, second at Master, from Rancho Bernardo, at 115, exactly one on the record of 25-5, first in the East, first at San Pascual, two-time Division I CIF finalist, and fifth at Masters. Zachary Ramos. And his opponent for tonight, a freshman, with a record of 28-8, third in ECI. First in Liberty, seventh at 5 counties, seventh in Sierra Nevada. A freshman again from Rancho Bernardo, Brandon Eusebio. At 122, a senior with a record of 23-7. First at Morado Invite, second at ECI, second in Michigan's Invite, eighth at Battle for the Belt, and third at CIF. With the Masters at fifth, from the Hall, Matthew George. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 22-4. First at Shark Tank, from Valley Center, Thomas Levine. Thomas Levine also placed first at this Holtville tournament last season. At 128, a senior with a record of 26-7 with a GPA of 5.0. Seventh at LCC, sixth at ECI, first at San Pascual, third at CIO from Olympian, Ryan Mazzino. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 20-3, fourth at alcohol, first King of the Beast, first Battle by the Beach, first CIF Division I, second at Masters, state qualifier, and undefeated in league from San Isidro, Israel, Ramirez. At 134, junior with a record of 25-8, first Battle by the Beach, third Mona Vista, eighth Las Vegas Holiday Classic, and third at CIO from Granite Hills, Justin Hill. A freshman, a record of 26-8, second at Liberty, third at ECI, second at Mission Hills, a freshman again from Rancho Bernardo, Ryan Patrick. At 140, a senior with a record of 26-5, second at ECI, first King of the Beast, first San Pascual, third at CIF, from Olympian, Nico Gonzalez. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 21-5. Third at Jamal Community Church Horseshoe Championships, first at Carlsbad Invitational, first Battle by the Beach, third at Alcohol Invitational, five at the Junior Amount Invitational, first at LCC Hard Luck, third CIF, fourth at Masters from Steel Canyon, Ezra Carvina. At 147, a senior with a record of 40-3. First Marana Mount View Invitational, third Mount High Tournament, third Florida West Tournament, fourth Division I Arizona State Championships, sixth Division I Arizona State Championship from COFA, Anthony Morales. His opponent for tonight is senior with a record of 36-1. First at Liberty, first at ECI, first at Sierra Nevada, first at 5 counties, first at CIF, first at Masters, fourth at State, three-time Holtville champ, committed to Columbia University, from Rancho Bernardo, Jaden Lee. At 147, a senior. Sorry about that. At 154, a senior with a record of 18-1, third in alcohol and invitational, first at San Pasqual Invitational, Division III, first CIF champion from Central Union, Omar Rosas. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 33-3, first in Liberty, first at ECI, first in Sierra Nevada, third at 5 counties, fourth at Doc B, 14th in the country. From Rancho Bernardo, Tyler Badgett. 1 minute. He's a Holtville champion too. At 162, a junior with a record of 24-5. First at San Pasqual, first at King of the Beast, fourth at LCC. From Olympian, Michael Esquer. His opponent for tonight, a junior with a record of 24-4. First in alcohol and invite, first at Carlsbad invite, fifth at Las Vegas Holiday Classic, first in CIF, third in Masters, 3-2 at state. From Imperial, Paul Ortiz. At 172 is a sophomore with a record of 28-5. First at Carlsbad, seventh at Las Vegas, first in Mondo's tournament, first in San Pasqual, first in CIF, and fifth at Masters. A sophomore from Raleigh, Alan Carrillo. His opponent for tonight is senior with a record of 30-5. First at Carlsbad, first at Shark Tank, second at ECI, third at Hamada, second at Tournament of Champions, fourth Battle for the Belt, first in CIF, second at Masters from Maranatha Christian, Noah Rupp. At 184 is a senior with a record of 12-6. Eighth at Valencia Tournament from Southwest, Benji Alvarez. His opponent for tonight, a junior with a record of 31-2. First at Liberty, first at ECI, first at Sierra Nevada, second at 5 counties, third at Doc B. Hobbies include karaoke, first CIF, first at Masters, eighth at State. From Rancho Bernardo, Chavez. At 197, a senior with a record of 23-4. First at Carlsbad, first at LCC, first at ECI, first at CIF, first in the Masters. From Oceanside, Shane Hansen. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 27-5. First at Liberty, second at Sierra Nevada, fifth at 5 counties. From Rancho Bernardo, Nick Blatchard. At 222, a senior with a record of 22-5. First at Jim Rondo, second at San Pasqual, fourth in Mission Hill, seventh at La Costa Canyon, second at Division II CIF, fifth in Division II Masters. From San Pasqual, Verdi Reyes. His opponent for tonight, a senior with a record of 26-9, second at Liberty and third at ECI. From Rancho Bernardo, Marcus Gwynn. And last, from 287, a senior with a record of 15-3, third at Orange Glen, third at San Pasqual, and second at CIF. From Brawley, Javier Martinez. His opponent for tonight, a sophomore with a record of 28-5. First at Carlsbad Invitational, third at ECI, fourth at Vegas Holiday Classic, second at CIF. From Imperial, Wolfgang Horner. At this time, we'd like to take the time. Please rise while we play our national anthem. Thank you very much. And now we will get started with our 108s. Right,
You
yeah.
don't have to. Well, you can hear yourself. It's really
Okay,
good.
okay. I don't know if this is,
I can't hear myself.
I can't hear you either.
I can't hear myself. Check.
No, check. Test.
Coach, you're live.
Alive. Hello, welcome today to the 57th annual tournament. Hello, wrestling fans. We welcome you to the 57th annual Holtville Rotary Invitational here, Holtville, California. I am with Jonathan Butler, and I'm here with Brian. I'm Brian Sanchez, and I'm here with Jonathan Butler. So today's matchup today, we have Nick Obito from Rancho Bernardo versus Logan Robinson from Steel Canyon. These two wrestler individuals pretty much have wrestled all night. Many wrestlers tonight are actually ranked in state and ranked in the San Diego section. So to be here, it's kind of a quick preview of the CIF or Master Section tournament. So at this time, we got Nick Obito trying to look like he's trying to set up that first takedown. But as always, a first takedown might be your last takedown at the end of the match, because normally the old tale, how they say, is the one that does the first mistake is pretty much the one that's going to cost you at the end of your match.
So here, Coach, we have Rancho Bernardo versus Steel Canyon.
Yes.
We see a lot of hand fighting right now. It's 0-0. We got 15 seconds left in the first round. Tell me what you're seeing out there and what you think.
It feels like they're feeling him out normally, and at this time he just got an outside single and bring him down. He's working on that half a spiral ride. Normally this is a typical technique they use to break him down. So the score is 2-0. Nickel beating up over Logan Robinson from Steel Canyon.
Would you say that Rancho Bernardo as a whole is going to be favorites going into pretty much every single
Pretty
match?
much. They are a powerhouse here, and we are very fortunate to have that kind of competition and team here to wrestle before we get ourselves into the biggest tournament, which is our qualifying tournament, CIF, Masters, and State, of course. But Rancho Bernardo is definitely one of the teams here that are top, and I believe they are probably winning as a team tournament right now.
You know, seeing how, Coach, you've been around wrestling for quite some time, been wrestling since you were 5, you've seen plenty of Holtville tournaments, and you've gone to these tournaments that are tough tournaments, sure, but, you know, you're the top dog. You go into the tournament, and there's some guys that you know that are gunning for you specifically. How does it feel from Nico Bito's perspective, and how do you think it feels for Logan Robinson, probably going into this tournament knowing exactly that this is the guy that he's going to have to go against?
Definitely. The pressure is on. And, of course, you become a target, as they say, when you're the top placer and the top ranked. I mean, you have to show for what you are. And as everybody who trains hard, they want to get to that same rank as they are. Rancho Bernardo, as in fact, have brought in at least half of their team here that are in the finals. That shows a lot that their program is pretty strong. And, again, these people, Rancho Bernardo is very fortunate to be driving all the way down here.
Absolutely.
To give us a great matches.
What do you think makes them so strong, Coach?
What I feel that is strong, they got really good coaches. As a matter of fact, their head coach is an actual local alumni from Holtville.
Oh, wow.
Yes, he graduated, I believe, back in either 99, 2000. His name is Joe Terabelli. And he is an alumni from Holtville. So him maybe taking some good support from his alumni,
no
taking it over to Rancho Bernardo, and of course he has really great staff. I mean, one of the outstanding staff members that he has is Jerry Abbas. He's I believe a 2-time national champion in NCAA.
Wow. Sheesh.
He's also a state champion in California. He is a brother of a silver medalist for the Olympics named Steve Abbas. I mean,
they're all closely
they're all
involved.
coaching, they're all involved, they're all help out, and I'm pretty sure a lot of these
That
wrestlers have their own partners other than their own partners that they wrestle against.
No doubt. So there you saw a false start. Both wrestlers started a little early, so they're going to start back up again.
So pretty much, as these guys continue to wrestle, they choose up or down or neutral depending on where they feel there's their strong point. Also, it's a strategy. If they're up ahead, like Nico is up 4-0 right now, he's going to really want to control this position until he's comfortable on finishing with a pin. And we got a reversal from Steel Canyon. Oh, no, it's not. These referees are really on point. They will not get that takedown unless it's earned. So now we got a 2 reversal from Steel Canyon, Logan Robinson. And the score is 4-2, still Rancho Bernardo up. He's working an arm bar into a tilt. He's following through on the head, and time has run out. So the score in the first round, the second round is 4-2, Rancho Bernardo up. And Steel Canyon chooses down. Again, he's down by 2, and normally this is a typical call position that you want to be at so you can score from an escape or either a reversal.
Exactly. And we
got a false start again on Rancho
another
Bernardo.
false start. Maybe a little bit of anxiety.
It's a pretty intense match, being the number one, Nicol Bito. He's got all eyes on him, all the pressure on him.
And I think both of them are trying to be the first one to move at this as well. So they're timing that whistle just right.
Definitely.
So I think we have a bunch of seasoned wrestlers that have been around the sport for quite some time that know the rules for wrestling. But a lot of the times people would expect that if you're on top, you're controlling the match. But a lot of people don't understand, maybe people that haven't been around the sport so much, that wrestlers and the coaches will choose bottom so that they can escape, which will give them 1 point.
Definitely.
Right now it's 4-2. If he gets up, it's 1 point. He gets a takedown, he's up by 1.
Again, exactly. So right now, sometimes it's at your favor and sometimes it's not, but you pretty much got to work up for your point. It's the third round. There's a minute left, so the pressure is on now, for him to score. It's a really close match, and so both of them do not want to make a mistake either. Don't want to give up that point to end up trying to get more than what they had.
Absolutely. Let's see if they jump a false start right now. Oh, right on time. And there it is.
There you go. We got 1 escape.
Left.
From Steel Canyon.
It's going to be a barn burner.
He's not going to give it so easy for Nickel Beetle. He's making it work for his money.
No doubt.
He's still trying it out. There's times running out. There's 45 seconds left. And at this time, Nickel Beetle is just standing in his position, taking control. Oh, shoots in for an outside single. Goes for a round. Going to get that 2 points to get ahead of the game.
And what's that called right there whenever he hasn't secured the takedown yet, but they're still in the process?
It could be called a stalemate, which is what Steel Canyon wants to do. Exactly what the call was, is a stalemate.
A little early?
It's the smartest. No, actually it was too late, because if there's no movement on the position that they're trying to do, they have to stop it and start again, especially at the last seconds. There's 25 seconds left on the third round.
And we
Robinson
have 20
from Steel
seconds
Canyon
left.
is trying to get in. They're trying to get that shot, setting him up. He's clubbing, he's collar tying the head, working the elbows, but Nickel Beetle is just standing his ground, head position, controlling the movements, working that shoulder, working that elbow. Steel Canyon is running out seconds, and it's over.
There it is. And there you have it, folks.
And your winner at 108
Beetle
from Rancho Bernardo
is the 108 Holtville Rotary Invitational here in Holtville, California. Sorry for the initial technical difficulties. I am Jonathan Butler, and I'm here with Brian Sanchez. It looks like we're going to be starting pretty soon here. Tell me something about your coach. Tell me something about yourself, Coach. I know, like I've said earlier, that you've been around the game for a long time.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about this tournament and how you've seen it grow over the years.
This tournament, actually, it seems like it was just yesterday when I was here. This tournament is still strong for local wrestlers. This is one of the tournaments we actually look forward to in our season.
Yeah.
This is a tournament where our families, our friends, that don't have the privilege to be able to drive up to other, cities.
Why do you think this tournament sticks out more so than other ones?
Because this is pretty much our only local tournament that we have throughout the season.
That you can face some good competition.
Good competition.
Yeah, that's not local.
Exactly. But in reality, we want to feel that love and give that chance to those people that weren't able to see us at our backyard.
Yeah.
So to speak. And this tournament has grown profoundly. 57 years in, it looks like it's gonna go another 10 more years. I see that happening. We having more and more teams coming up from up north San Diego to compete, and that's a good thing, because us locals, we get to be able to wrestle that tough competition.
Absolutely. So here we have Brandon Eusebio, I hope I pronounced that correctly, from Rancho Bernardo, and Zachary Ramos out of Olympian. Both these schools are pretty strong. Rancho Bernardo, as we've seen, has I think it was 8 finalists.
Yes.
Brian, an incredible amount out of the 12 weight classes. And we have Olympian that has 4 finalists. And this is the first one that we get to see today, Zachary Ramos. It's 0-0, 50 seconds left in the first period. And here we see Olympian shot for a takedown. it was sprawled out by the wrestler from Rancho Bernardo, and here they are hand fighting once again.
Exactly. Again, these two individuals right here, they'll probably be meeting pretty soon at the Masters, which Masters is going to be at Southwest.
Yep.
And El Centro, which is also good for us. And,
Absolutely.
Gives us an advantage, for our wrestlers to actually rest and not have to drive up to San Diego as we normally do.
Yeah.
And these two individuals right here, pretty outstanding wrestlers. Again, Rancho Bernardo, the second weight class where they represent the school. Olympian, coming out of Chula Vista. I believe it started in the late 2000s, so it's not much of an older school. So right now, the score is 0-0. First round coming to an end. Both wrestlers being very intensive, don't want to give up that first point. So Rancho Bernardo chooses down position, bottom position, and Olympian is letting the referee official know that he's going to let him go.
What do you think the technique is or the strategy is to that?
One, there's two ways. One, usually for people that like to do cradles, they set you up in that position to make you think that they're going to let you go. But when you least expect it, they're right behind you or right beside you, turning you into a cradle. And score is there. So one escape from Rancho Bernardo. It's a minute and 38 seconds left on the second period. Brandon Eusebio up by 1 point.
So do you think that whenever these matches first start off, they're not so much tentative, but feeling each other out, just waiting to see who'll strike first, or just waiting to see if, the other one will shoot, or if they're going to shoot, or if they're going to play a more defensive game, or what do you think the technique is with, letting it kind of just be calm?
Both of these wrestlers have an outstanding record right now.
Okay.
So they are giving each other respect by sizing themselves up. At this moment, Rancho Bernardo scores a takedown, and he's still in position of a cradle. One of the things they want to do is pull him back in the match so they can get that pin, or just continue to control that match. There's 50 seconds left on the second round.
So explain that rule to me, Brian.
Yes.
Whenever the wrestling is happening outside of the mat, but not completely outside of the mat, what is the ref looking for? Is it the entire both bodies?
So,
or what exactly is that?
What it is, and actually changed too. I believe like 2 seasons ago, where the individual, the opponent that actually has control of the position or the technique, has his 2 legs inside the circle.
Okay.
Inside the boundary circle, so they count it as a takedown. You can also, what they just added is that you can also get pinned, even if you're out of bounds, but the opponent has his 2 legs inside the circle, you can still get pinned on that. The score is 3-0. Rancho Bernardo up. Olympian continues to be in a down position.
I love to see a well-balanced wrestler. You saw Eusebio there get his legs in. A lot of times, leg riders are known as being leg riders, but you can tell that this guy's game is really complete. He threw it in there because he saw and went for it. That's always something that's impressive and exciting to see.
Of course, yes. As you see these lightweights, they're more agile, they're more flexible, they're more quicker. So it's a little bit more intense of a match. And we come now to the end of the second round with 3-1. Rancho Bernardo up by 2.
And they don't necessarily look very tired, Brian. I mean, they're saving their energy. None of them are, they haven't put their hands to their thighs. They're not leaning over. These guys are such tremendous shape, and we're going to see them as the time goes on that they try to.
Definitely, they know that these two individuals, they know themselves they're going to meet again. This is like again a preparation for what's to come. The Masters, a qualifying tournament to state. They get a quick feel of themselves. They go back home to the drawing board, as per se, and they start again to train. Again, these two individuals do look very physical, really good in shape. With the false start from Rancho Bernardo. Correction from Olympian, who's a false start again with the minute 43, two points up. It gets more intense right here.
Yeah, and as I watch these matches, Brian, it's so intense because although a wrestler might beat another wrestler, consistently as tournaments go on, it's only by a few points each and every time.
Definitely.
And it's kind of a little tease for the one who comes up short, because they have to continue believing that, they barely got me. It's unfortunate because they barely got you one time, and then they barely get you again, and then they barely get you again. And
definitely, I mean,
I'm excited for both these guys. What grade are both of these wrestlers are in? Do we got a grade on them?
So for Rancho Bernardo, which is amazing, he's a freshman.
Yeah,
a freshman started up, wrestles like a senior.
Yeah.
Now for Olympian, he's a senior, so he's got a little bit more strategy, a little bit more mat time, but again, this is wrestling. This is the fairest sport that you'll ever see, where it's going to come down to whoever wants it more. That could be physically fit or technical, or you pretty much you're ready for whatever competition brings to you. You're ready to go out there and show what you're about.
That's right. And you see here, Eusebio working on
he's got pretty much the leg right inside. They could also call, he's going for a splato, which is one technique you do not want to get caught up.
They used to call it a banana split.
They used to call it banana split. Today's world, everybody likes to change it around. Either way, it hurts. And we're coming down to the last 20 seconds with Rancho Bernardo coming up 3-1.
Thirteen and a half seconds left. We have Brandon Eusebio out of Rancho Bernardo up on Zachary Ramos. There's 3-1. Time is of the utmost importance to Zachary Ramos of Olympian. He tries to get up. He's snapped down. And it's not looking good. The legs are in.
He's controlling the match. He's got 6 seconds left.
And I actually take it back. This guy is a certified leg rider, and he's doggone good.
He is a freshman. That is not over. And your winner from Rancho Bernardo, Brandon Eusebio,
has taken the 57th annual Holtville Rotary Invitational.
And coming up next at 122, Thomas Levine from Valley Center and Matthew Jordan from Bahala. Hey, can I? Do I need the mic on or I can't hear it. That's
so like right now. Can we talk?
Okay, so we're getting ready for the next match at 122s. Now, I was fortunate to see both of these wrestlers wrestle before and in their semifinals. They are really, really intense and great wrestlers. Thomas Levine from Valley Center actually won this tournament last season at 115s. So he's trying to come back and make that again as a senior, finish off with another title here locally.
And one of the few times that we're not going to see a Rancho Bernardo wrestler in the finals. Here we have a man from Valley Center and Valhalla. And here we go.
Here we go. So they're both just testing out. Now this one is going to be down to whoever wants it more. These two gentlemen, they know they're going to meet at the Masters. This is going to be a Masters final, and pretty sure these guys are going to go to state qualifiers. Tommy Levine going for a double. Brings it down for a 2 takedown.
And there it is. How have these guys wrestled before?
Well, at this time, there's a potential danger move here. The referee itself stops it. It was going for a splato.
Explain to me what happened there, Brian. He called a timeout, and they have to call a timeout, and they have to call it, or what?
It's pretty much the official's discretion, and again, it's the safety of the wrestlers. The number one thing is their safety. We don't want anybody getting injured. So if the officials feel that they need to stop this for their for the health, for the safety, they will stop it.
I see.
It was a very intense move though. He was going for that splato.
So he called the whistle before he had time to finish the move.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
And of course, the crowd is not going to agree with that because they feel that it's a tactic. Yeah. But no, again, safety comes first.
So, do you know if these guys have wrestled each other before?
You know what? I do not know that at this time.
So as time goes on, they'll for sure wrestle again.
They will for sure. Now.
So who are you saying would be the favorite going in? And as time goes on,
right now the favorite is actually Thomas Levine from Valley Center.
Okay.
And it seems like he's getting really control of this position. You know, he's got a leg right inside, going for the half or a crossface. You know, he's bringing him down now. He's working for near fall points. And again, the referee stops for blood time over Valhalla.
Is there a time limit for blood time?
Yes, there's a 2-minute time limit for blood time. Referee will let you know how much time you got left. Some of them, they use it all the way to 2 minutes. Some of them use it with a couple of seconds. At this time, he's using it for good. It is a finals match, and it is very intense. So maybe he wants a little break.
I don't blame him. And cleaning up the mat.
These both gentlemen are seniors. You know, they're seniors. They're at the end of the rope. They want to finish hard. They're both very, very, very equal to their records. 23-7 from Valhalla, 22-4 from Valley Center. I mean, this is it right here. This is a Masters final.
Do you think either of these wrestlers have a good chance at going to state, or do you think that's a little bit too ambitious for their caliber?
You got one escape from Valhalla. Yes, I do. I really do. And it shows a lot in their technique. You know, they're giving the fans a show for the money, and they're very intense trying to get a point in each other. The score is 2-1 and 20 seconds left on the first round. I mean, this is a lot of points for these top level wrestlers.
Yeah.
You won't see those points pretty much until like the third round.
Yeah, you saw yesterday was Penn State versus Iowa.
Yes.
And I think the final score was, 19-17, something incredibly low.
Incredibly. Whoa, okay. Whoa, he got a last two takedown. Thomas Levine is up 4-1 in the second round. So they give the choice to red, which is Valhalla. Valhalla chooses to defer his choice to Thomas Levine. Valley Center, Thomas Levine chooses bottom. Again, they choose wherever they feel is strong or what's good for the strategy. He's up by 4, but he wants more points on the mat. Alex says, so Valhalla is bringing control, pretty much controlling the wrist control, you know. But Thomas Levine, he just escapes out of that position and adds another one into his score, 5-1, second round.
You know, I'd say this is a pretty big deficit right here, Brian. You know, it's going to take 2 takedowns in a minute and a half.
Yes.
That's really tough at this level. Maybe if it was, the first round at this tournament, it was a guy that, you knew that you could pretty much take him down at will. But at this time, he's going to have to do something unbelievable.
And Jordan from Valhalla, he's trying to get that point. He's going in there. Whoa! He just got a headlock on a bit of headlock. Thomas Levine just headlocked Jordan.
And another 2.
The score is 7-1. That was a takedown. No near fall points. Did not control the actual position. To get a near fall, you would have to at least hold him for more than a second. You cannot get no more than 3 points after a third second.
Interesting. Didn't know that.
Again, he's just taking control over, controlling his wrist, controlling his back, his hips. I believe he's trying to buy time. No, get one escape from Jordan Valhalla. Score is 7-2. 30 seconds left in the second round. Feeling themselves out is out of the question. They know what they're up against, and now it's time for the ones who actually wants it more. And Thomas Levine asked for a timeout.
Adjust his headgear. His headgear. So as we take this short break, I want to give a big thank you to our sponsors, Bang Energy and Alfred Distributing. Without them, these things would not be possible. And also, I want to give a thank you to Swain Brothers, who are helping out with this production of the 57th Holtville Rotary Invitational. Thank you to all of those who make this possible, and for those who continue to support VSN as we venture out into Imperial Valley sports to bring recognition to the great Valley athletes that deserve it so well. Brian, getting back to this wrestling match, we see that it is 7-2.
Yes.
What do you think winning this tournament, what does winning this tournament feel like whenever you win it?
One, the opponent that you wrestle. Me,
True.
I was very fortunate to wrestle my actual state finalist at this tournament.
Wow.
So we got a glimpse, and the people got a glimpse at the state finals before we made it to the state finals. And he was actually from Valhalla, JJ Roberts. And we both met here. We both met a couple times in other tournaments. But just to be able to wrestle him at Holtville tournament, it was a state final right there. People were able to see. So it means a lot because the opponent here that you're going to wrestle could be the state finals.
Absolutely. And as time goes on, I want to also mention the fact that we are a Imperial Valley-based sports network, meaning that we cover Valley sports. Right now, we are not going to have a person from the Imperial Valley until the 154 weight class, where it is going to be Tyler Badgett versus Omar Rosas. We haven't mentioned the fact that you actually are the Central Union Wrestling head coach.
Oh, yes.
Take me through how Omar's feeling about this match. Take me through about how Omar has done this in this tournament, and things along that.
I was very fortunate to inherit this team. I have really great staff support.
Wow.
At this time, they are scrambling for that 8-down, and it seems like Thomas Levine controls the position. Oh no, he controls the position. Looking for a 2. The score is 9-2 again. Thomas Levine up 9-2 in the third round with 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Yes, I was very fortunate to inherit this team with great wrestlers and great program. Our coaching staff, Isaiah Castillo, who actually won this tournament too in his weight class, I believe in 2013. His father also, Junior Castillo, he's been his coach too. And again, very fortunate to be able to work with these individuals as coaches. Omar right now, he has grown. I mean, literally grown. He was wrestling last season at 132s, and now he's at 154s. So he put up over 25 pounds of, I believe, muscle. He's a great individual. He pretty much takes over leadership of the team. He's here. He wants to go to state, and that's pretty much his goal, is going to state. If he has to face the number one at this moment, then that's what he's going to have to take to get there. He's going to face him right now.
Speaking of extremely strong opponents, take us through what you know about Tyler Badgett.
Tyler Badgett, wow. Again, he is committed to Old Dominion University. So pressure is on for Tyler Badgett. I mean, he not only does he has to show that he's ready for the next level competition, but he has to handle this competition first, high school. Again, Tyler Badgett, awesome wrestler, comes from a family of wrestlers out of Rancho Bernardo, another strong team from San Diego. So I highly respects of him.
I hate to cut you off, Coach, but here we see that the ref is kind of being extremely cautious for the wrestler's safety. They're stopping it quite a bit. Definitely. Right there, it kind of looked like a head slam. Now, the one who I guess they would say initiated the head slam, he wasn't holding on to him. It was actually the one on bottom that was holding on.
Definitely. It seemed like he tried to take control, but he slammed his head throughout the whole technique. Yes, they would call it a potential danger. There's no slamming in high school wrestling.
That's right.
So we come to the end. And your winner from Valley Center,
Thomas Levine out of Valley Center defeats Matthew Jordan from Valhalla to be the 122-pound weight class champion of the 57th Invitation.
I'm sorry. At 128, Israel Ramirez from San Isidro versus Ryan Maxino from Olympian.
Do a special award, and then CG's going to take your spot, and he'll do it. Tell him what's going on. So it just gives you a break. Because Tony's coming in for and you're lying, go.
So here we go with the 128-pounders. The last two matches have been really intense. We got Israel Ramirez from San Isidro, a senior, and Ryan Maxino from Olympian, a senior also. So Israel Ramirez from San Ysidro placed 4th at El Cajon, while Ryan Maxino placed 6th at El Cajon. So this could have been a semis or a quarterfinals at that tournament. And it seems
they're getting out there right away,
they're
Coach.
going for at it. And again, these two teams are Metro League competitors, so they're both in their same league, and they will be seeing each other in this section.
Quite often. I'm sure they've been seeing each other a lot. They're both seniors, both in the same tournament. You say they're in the same league, that means they duel each other at least one time a year. They probably go to the same tournaments all the time in San Diego.
Definitely. And Ryan Maxino goes in for the first takedown at 2-0 over San Ysidro. He's taking position.
And what is this move that he's working
As
on right
he's
here?
working, it's called Shurela or Sharela. It's one of those names that you call it as how you feel it should sound. But it's a really a good position to control. It buys time if you need it, or it's a really good tilt that you can score out of and get at least 3 points out of that. Again, near fall points is after 1 second when you break the 90-degree angle, or 45-degree angle. San Ysidro trying to come up and get through that escape. Ryan Maxino just taking control of the arm bar. Spiral ride all the way to out of bounds. Now Israel Ramirez, he's a CIF champion at Division 1. He was second in the Masters and a state qualifier. So for Ryan Maxino to get control of this individual, you know, it's only seen with the top level wrestlers.
We're seeing a lot of people that like to sink their legs in. That's something that I've always liked. You know, I wasn't much of a wrestler, but I did.
Oh, we got a reversal from San Ysidro as well, Ramirez.
These guys are so good at getting underneath their back.
Yes, he got near fall points for that. Like I said, he broke that 45-degree angle, controlled their position on his back.
Gets his legs in once again, or at least gets one leg in.
So at this time, Israel is just trying to control that position on top position. Inside wrist control, going for the half, and we are down with the score of 2-2, going into the second round.
All tied up, going into the second
Olympian
round.
was given the choice. He defers the position choice to San Ysidro. San Ysidro chooses down. Again, the score is 2-2, and normally they choose down to get that one escape to be ahead of their game. Ryan Maxino just taking control of Spiral Ride. Controlling the bottom position so he won't give up those points. Israel Ramirez trying to work up on that one escape, just trying to get 1 point ahead before they go into the third round.
You know, it's so tough. This guy, such talented wrestlers that are just weighing on him and trying to do everything they can, but
definitely, and the question you asked before, when they sink in their legs inside, you know, yes, that's a pretty dominant position. So that buys you time, and two, you can actually get a fall over that when you get position of the half Nelson.
Absolutely.
Once you turn them on their back, it's really hard to get out.
For sure, and I'm just excited to see wrestlers actually do it. I was here for 6 hours yesterday watching these wrestlers, and there was a lot of times where they would be too high and they'd get thrown off, where I was just thinking, if you had your legs in, you could have used your legs as extra leverage too, but instead you guys were
like
just
these two individuals,
using
they're
your
both
arms.
the same height, so maybe that leg right would not be a great idea, because they would have to really have control of that back hip.
Yeah.
Right now we got one escape from San Ysidro. The score is 3-2. San Ysidro up by 1. And they go out of bounds. No, they don't. He wants to bring it back in because he wants 4 more. Ryan Maxino taking control of the wrist. Into an arm bar, now into an underhook. San Ysidro tries to do a shut by. Does not come in. Oh, Ryan Maxino shoots him for an outside single. He's controlling position. Control position for trying to get that too. But did not happen. No luck on that. We go back into the circle in the middle and start all over again.
That's got to be frustrating. You get deep on a leg like that, and
Definitely.
you just get out of bounds.
It takes a lot out of you, trying to get that shot. Again, he's wrestling a high-level competitor. So for him to get that single leg, that might be the one time that you have that chance to get.
And here the score is 2-3. We have, I believe it is Magasino up, right?
Maxino.
3-2.
No, San Isidro is up. Israel Ramirez is up by 1.
Israel Ramirez up on 1.
So
3-2.
Olympian Maxino chooses bottom position, trying to get that 1 point to tie it up and hopefully a reversal. San Isidro is going to be holding him down. He's trying to sink him those legs in. You got to get that leg right in to buy time. There you go. There he gets the right leg in successfully. Controlling that wrist control, flatten him out. Working that arm bar. Oh, Maxino here trying to come up on it. Israel just taking control of it, trying to get the Splato. Today's everybody just wants that Splato. Ryan Maxino trying to get that one. Oh, really great breakdown by Israel Ramirez. Taking control. They go out of bounds. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. 3-2, Israel Ramirez from San Isidro up. Started in the bottom. Israel Ramirez picks him up, breaks him down. Sinks in that right leg again for that leg right. Trying to get that far cradle. Leg is out. And they go out of bounds again. A minute coming in again on the third round. Israel up by 1. Oh, caution. Top position man, Israel Ramirez. I believe that's the second caution. So Israel Ramirez taking control of top position. Just continuing on his breakdowns. Ryan Maxino running on the reversal. Doing an underhook on that right leg. He needs to take it over the head to be able to get that takedown. And they go out of bounds. 40 seconds left. 1 point ahead. Israel Ramirez is up. We got a second caution from the top man. That's the second one, I believe. The one more, he gets a point taken out.
Taken away or given to the other?
Given to the other team.
Oh, wow.
Actually, to the other individual.
Yeah.
Ryan Maxino trying to get that escape, but Israel Ramirez is still taking control of the top position with a spiral ride. Trying to break him down that half. He's cranking that half pretty deep. Wants to put it into this, and they go out of bounds with 20 seconds left on the third period.
And it's 20 seconds, 2-3. We have the Olympian wrestler. It is Ryan Magasino. He needs 1 escape point to tie it up and take it into overtime. I think we're going to see this kid explode and give it everything he got for 20 seconds.
Definitely. You're going to see this explosion like no other day. Again, this is league. Trying to protest that control at the end. He was taking him out of bounds. He says he should have gotten a takedown on that.
And
but
the momentum has switched.
Control.
You see Olympian. He's hungry. He loves it.
They both in it. The crowd is going crazy. This is exactly what we talk about. It's the fairest sport there is. Either you score or you don't.
First takedown wins.
So it's a 1 minute on the clock. First takedown wins. If they don't score, they go into a double overtime, which one wrestler gets a choice to go up, down, or neutral. And they both have the opportunity to score. Oh, Ryan Messina goes for a double leg, but Israel Ramirez controlling that ankle. This time no control, and he does. Israel Ramirez comes up with the win with the reversal on that counter on double leg. And your winner from San Isidro, Israel Ramirez.
Escape in the last second, was going for the reversal to win it, and loses in overtime. There's nothing like losing in a wrestling match. These kids gave it their all, and they go into the locker room and they let it all out.
On the next match coming up at 134,
with that being said, we have
Justin Carroll from Granite Hills
Israel Ramirez,
and Ryan Badgett from Rancho Bernardo.
Pound champion of the 57th annual Holtville Rotary Invitational.
So we starting off the first round. Both are individuals testing each other out. These wrestlers pretty intense. Ryan Badgett, a freshman from Rancho Bernardo. Justin Carroll, a junior. Both underclassmen. At this time, they're just testing each other's out strength and technique. You know, again, a first point can be the last point that wins the match. It's very crucial who scores first. Wrist control. Ryan Badgett tried to do a short arm drag on that. Not successful on it. Ryan Badgett does a elbow control. Tries to get an outside shot. Again, successful. Oh. Justin Carroll gets going for the double leg.
And this guy's going right at Badgett.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't mind at all that he's from Rancho Bernardo. He's going right at him.
Comfortable right there. They both are coming into a scramble.
But you can see just Badgett's so good at adapting. Jeez Louise.
Definitely.
He was so deep, and he just kept his composure, did what he had to do.
Again, they
got out of a compromising position.
Definitely.
And almost got on him.
Exactly. You know, again, wrestling,
Goodness.
Everything helps. Your flexibility, your experience, mat time, all the tournaments that you've gone through. Both of these wrestlers have gone through many good tournaments. You know, they prepare themselves well. Whoa, and then Ryan Badgett scores a 2 takedown. Score is 2-0 on the first round. Ryan Badgett continue to locking that ankle on top position.
So
working a cradle there.
A little bit of background on Ryan Badgett. He has an older brother by the name of Tyler Badgett that is also in the finals at 154. Ryan Badgett has won the Holtville Invitational 3 times in a row. He is going for the 4-peat right now. If he wins, that would be something that is extremely impressive. It's been done before, but it's not done every year. It's very tough to do, and this kid has a great opportunity right now to do exactly that.
Exactly. So Ryan Badgett, his shoes is down position. He was down, so now he comes up.
3-0.
Score is 3-0. Ryan Badgett up with an escape into the second round. Pushing him out of bounds. You know, that's a strategy they use to force him into taking bad shots, you know, over your opponent. Pushing him to go out of bounds, and you get that quick 2 while you're out of bounds.
So if an opponent pushes their opponent, if a wrestler pushes their opponent out of bounds, they get points?
No, it won't be called on. What they're doing is that they're trying to push the person out of bounds, so the opponent that's going out of bounds is forced to take a bad shot and score out of that.
Why would they take a bad shot instead as, say, just...
Whoa! This time, he has just gotten reversed. Ryan Badgett got reversed, put on a cradle, and it's a pin! And your winner from Granite Hills in the fall,
That's occurred.
Justin Carroll.
Upsets Ryan Badgett. He can't believe it. He's so upset.
Coming up next at 140, Ezra
that,
Cardenas,
folks,
Steel Canyon
That's called a stick.
versus Miko Gonzalez
Justin
from
Carroll
Olympia.
gets Ryan Badgett in a cradle and pins him.
That was amazing.
What?
That was amazing. I'm telling you, wrestling is a fair sport. It's whoever wants it more is the one that's gonna get that win.
And look at all of his teammates.
All the teammates from Granite Hills coming over. I won't be surprised if a section from Granite Hills is coming over.
Oh, wow, that was awesome. So, folks, these guys are just going back to back to back. Here we have Ezra Cardenas from Still Canyon wrestling against Miko Gonzalez out of Olympian. We have Ezra Cardenas and Ryan together.
You know what? Sometimes it happens. You know,
does.
they feel there's strong position where they're at. They don't adjust themselves, and they get caught on a mistake.
Yep.
You know, and